Good afternoon, everyone. This is Carrie Sparks with Pioneer Title. I am your Arizona title gal. I can be reached at 602-715-5704. I've got a lot of really cool things that are coming up. I was just telling Chris before we went live that I am going to start putting in place home tours again. I know you're like, it's so busy, they're selling so fast. Well, not every home is selling so fast, or some of the realtors out there would like to get some feedback for their customers. So I'm working on getting a website all put together, and this technology thing, it's really coming at me fast, Chris. Can you give your contact information?
Definitely. So happy Monday afternoon, everyone. Again, it's Chris Papaccio here with E Mortgage Management. My direct phone number is 480-227-1083, and my NMLS is 336676.
Right on. So happy Monday, Chris. Hopefully you had a good weekend.
Yes.
You out in the mountains again?
No. I was back down from the mountains this weekend. I had my honeydew list to work on this weekend. So lots of renovation stuff.
Those are important. We checked out the Sonoyta Elgin area. We're going to, I think, take our fifth wheel and just park it down there and enjoy Southern Arizona for the winter. So if anyone hasn't checked out the Sonoyta Elgin Tombstone area, I'm still a Southern Arizona girl at heart. So check it out. But before we were talking about so many different things over the last 5 months, and a hot topic of the day.
Yes.
And I think we've adopted a couple buzzwords into our vocabulary that might be sending off the wrong message to the people that are hearing it. In our industry, we are hearing the word busy, that you're busy. How busy are you? Are you really busy? And so I had a talk with somebody last week, and I said, how somebody interprets that word can be all over the board. Correct. And I said, I just kind of made it a choice of mine to stop using that unless we're in this particular context. But it can be misunderstood. And to let people know that you may have a lot going on, but you always have time for them. And Correct. So I put that in my signature line about always having time. Because I think it's really important, and you were bringing up a couple of buzzwords as well. And talk to this. I mean, what impression are we leaving on people when we say some of these things can be grossly misunderstood? Even the difference between using the word issue and problem. When you remove that word problem and use issue, you Correct. Can just deflate something so quickly. But yeah, you can talk to it, Chris.
So I mean, the first thing when we were talking about is the word too busy. I think what you and I were kind of talking about before we went live was from, if you're a realtor, a lender, title rep, anyone, I mean, even an appraiser could say, I'm too busy or busy at the moment.
It's not all busy.
Yeah, and that really is, it's this term that, everyone it's like a stop term that everyone has to pause on and figure out, okay, well, what does that mean? Are you too busy to help me? Do I need to move on to the next best alternative? And that's something when we're all in sales, we never really want a person to move on to the next best alternative. So I think to what you were saying, the way you just phrased it is really kind of common, and a really easy way to disarm it is we've got a lot going on. I'll get back to you as soon as I can get through what I'm working on at the moment. Your call is important to me. If it's a phone call, if it's, to what you're also saying, I'll always make time to answer questions. I mean, those are all a lot of phrases and terms that I know I use on a daily basis. I know talking to you, those are terms you use as well. So, I mean, I think adopting some of those into our vernacular is probably a really good idea. Because, we are all very busy, especially right now in our industry. It's just slammed, which is a great thing. But, we also need to learn to pace ourselves a little bit, because there's enough business for everyone, and you just need to work through what you have. So.
Well put, Chris. So you're pacing yourself so that you can be able to handle all those phone calls and all Correct. Those phone requests, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Well, I mean, and two, there's, from a time management stuff, there's only so many calls you can be on at one time, and there's only so many, questions you can answer and get back to people. I mean, you've got to budget time, budget your conversations. Again, this goes back to some of the other things we've talked about in the past is time management, time blocking. Maybe you answer all your calls between a certain time during the day so that you have a low stress. You can review what needs to be done and get to that. Those are all really good tools and tactics to try to use.
I'm really going to work hard to take that word, that B word, out of my vocabulary, though, and even just point it out to a couple people that I know use it quite a bit, because we're never. I mean, we're always. I mean, you and I think we're pretty strong in how we do the time blocking, so that I can always find time in my day to help somebody, to bounce ideas off someone. My people, the people that choose to work with me, are incredibly important to me. And for that, there always going to be a space in my day to make sure that they're well taken care of.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, no, I mean, every client you talk to in my mind is important. I mean, what I tell everyone, if it's email or the first time I'm meeting with them, is, if you leave me a voicemail, I'm going to get back to it the same day. It may be late in that day based on when I have time to call you back, but I do try to return all phone calls the same day. So, that to me is an important thing. I mean, I don't like to be the person hanging on the other end of a phone call, not knowing what's going on. So I try to translate that to clients and people I deal with.
Well, time blocking wise, you and I actually have
Another call.
appointment coming up, another Zoom call like many of us have right now. Honestly, with Zoom and the way the appointments have been since March, there's been more time in my day to take care of people.
Well, that's good.
So, I can always, if you don't work with someone at Pioneer Title, I'd love to be that person who works with you. Give me a call. I can reach at 602-715-5704. Tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock Arizona time, we have Tina Tambor coming on and giving an update for the Cromford Report. And anybody who follows Tina and the Cromford Report will know the value that she and the report bring to our marketing direction. Actually, I've got some people kind of holding off on which direction they're going, because we want to hear what Tina has to say tomorrow about the housing market here in the greater Maricopa area. So I'm excited about that. So if you don't have the link to register, feel free to reach out to me and I'm happy to send it over to you. If you're interested in getting involved in the home tours that I have coming up, please, again, let me know. I've got a very specific way I'm going to launch it so that it's successful for the realtors that get their homes on tour. But and lastly, does anyone notice that it looks like I'm actually setting up a little bit of a studio, transforming just along with everybody else, how work has changed,
Yep.
Changing my home office. It's probably not going to be all pretty this week, but I'm changing it into a studio so that I can do recordings here. And if somebody wants to do some sort of like little commercial or headshot day or whatever, that I'll actually be able to host it right at my home office.
Nice.
So if anyone's interested in any of that, please let me know. But in the meantime, have a fabulous rest of your day. And Chris, any final closing words again?
Yeah, I just want to again tell everyone have a great week. If they're not working with a great lender at the moment or have any questions for a lender, just reach out to me directly. Again, my name's Chris Papaccio, eMortgage Management. Direct phone number is 480-227-1083. And I welcome the opportunity to make time to talk with anyone.
That's right, because we both have time to help
Yes.
people. No matter what
Yep.
what the schedule says, we do have time. So for all those people out there watching, you're important to us. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with us, and have a good rest of your day. Take care.